Everybody, it's Trigger Bar Philosopher. Welcome back out to the range. Today we have another exciting episode. We're taking another look at the Taurus 692 Revolver, one of the most versatile revolvers in the world. Let's get to shooting. All right, everybody, let's just take a look at what we have on tap today. We have the Taurus 692 Revolver. This is their 3-inch tracker that has the unfluted cylinder, and it has a cylinder for 9mm and has one for 357 Magnum. That makes it so that it's just incredibly diverse in terms of the ammunition that you can fire out of it. In our previous videos, we've shot 38 Special, 9mm, 357 Magnum. We even went down and shot 38 Super out of this. But today, we've got something special. We just got something in from TK Customs. I bought this. They are not sponsoring me in any way. And we are going to shoot some 380 Auto. Wow, what a incredibly diverse handgun that we have here. If you're looking for one gun that shoots a wide variety of ammunition, whether it be for training, for personal protection, ammo availability, this gun kind of does it all. Now, let's get to shooting. We're going to get the lab radar out. We're going to test the different velocities and the wide range of this. And then we're going to see how the various rounds, if there is a point of aim, point of impact shift with them as we shoot these very different cartridges. Okay, so first up, we're going to be shooting the 357 Magnum. And we're going to shoot 7 rounds because this is a 7-shot revolver. And we are going to get some velocities off of this. I actually think that this is Minuteman Munitions 357 Magnum. Can't remember the grain weight, but my apologies. I'll have to put that in the upper right-hand corner. 1,000 feet, or 1,000. Yeah, that first one felt really different. It felt pretty light. So this is 1119. That's interesting. 1099. 1089, 1010, 1064, 1060. All right, that's our 7 shots. All right, so let's just take a quick look and see what the add-up tells us. With those 7 rounds of 357 Magnum, the average was 1063. Again, a pretty huge extreme sped, 118. High of 1,119 and a low of 1,000. And so that, yeah, we had 7 shots. The standard deviation was 44. All right, that's not necessarily the point of what we're going to look at. Next, we're going to look at some other rounds. We're going to be shooting the 38 Special while we have this cylinder in. All right, so next up we've got 38 Special. Let's see how it does. 782, 810, 804, 801, 811, 819, 794, and that's our 7 shots. Let's see what the add-up is. The trigger on this, the double action is a little bit heavy, but the single action on this pistol is very nice. Short, crisp, just really an excellent gun. A lot of debate that go on in the comment sections when I put out videos on this. This has 8 ports, 4 ports on each side. And some people hate that because of the noise. Some people hate that because of velocity loss, or you know, may blind you in the dark, or other things like that. But so that'll have to be something that you evaluate for yourself. Personally, I like the ports on this gun, but you know, and you know, if it's super loud, look, when I go hunting, I often don't have any ear protection on, and it doesn't bother me at all. I'm not shooting a ton. You know, if I'm going to be in repeated gunfights, I'm going to try to make sure I have headset on. For that one time, that's kind of what happens. All right, so the average for that was 803, high of 819, low of 782, for an extreme spread of 37 and standard deviation of 12.2 for those 11 shots. So let's switch out the cylinder, and we'll move to the 9mm, and then we'll shoot 9mm, and then we'll try this new 380. Okay, let's just take a look as we have these in our moon clips. This is the 9mm over here on the left. And this is our 380. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, so next up we have some 9mm. It's just some AAC ammunition, 124 grain. Again, we're not necessarily comparing all these rounds today, just kind of showing how you can shoot them in this Taurus Tracker 692, and especially I'm trying out this 380 that'll come last. So again, one round versus the other. Oh, you didn't compare the most relevant rounds. No, that's not what this series is about. So we're going to shoot 7 rounds of 9mm. 1125, 1126, 1158, 1121, 1152, 1135, 1118, and that's our 7 rounds. As you can see, when you get the moon clip out, it all comes out in one chunk. So let's get these out, or let's load this up, or let's bring up the lab radar again and reset it. The average was 1133, high of 1158, low of 1118, extreme spread of 40, and we had a standard deviation of 15, so pretty good deviation and other things like that. Those 357 Magnum rounds, unless they were really heavy, those were really pathetic, and I was really wondering, were they really 38 special? You know, instead of 357 Magnum? I mean, they said, the cases say they were 38 special, but, or sorry, 357 Magnum. Okay, next up, we have the 380 Auto. So, we'll load these in. They seem to work just fine. TK Customs did a good job creating a moon clip for them. We're going to see how these work. If I can get it on the lab radar. 847. We saw we had 1 miss. 2 misses. It's not picking it up. 844. $868. Let's go around the horn again. It's like that game you probably shouldn't mention on YouTube. All right, let's see how many didn't go off. Looks like maybe 1 didn't go off. Yeah, 2. Looks like we had 2 that didn't go off. So you can shoot 38 special. I don't know if you should. And wow, let's take a look at these cases. Okay, so let's take a look at them. There's some significant fire forming going on and bulging that's going on because the cylinder is a bit bigger, right? This 380, which is 9mm Kurtz, isn't just 9mm short. It's actually got a little bit different dimensions on it, not just shorter. And so you can see some fire forming happening. And then these rounds, even though they had very good primer strikes, and look at some of the primer strikes. Let's see if we can get it. Yeah, I mean, some of them had pretty significant indents, and I think those weren't bad that were on these 2 over here, here and here that didn't ignite. So let's do one more moon clip of them and see that. All right, well, let's see if we can get these on the lab radar any better this time and if they'll shoot any better. Nope. 882, 870. Having a hard time acquiring the projectile. Okay, that time we got all but 1 to fire. So, yeah, pretty interesting. I think we may be hitting the age-old adage of just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do something. So this pistol, for the 3 main rounds that it's supposed to shoot, 9mm, 38 special, 357 Magnum, very good. When you go to 38 Super, we seem to have some issues. Remember, I got a stuck case in there because it's meant for an auto-loading pistol and not a revolver. It just got too deep in there and didn't fire one of the rounds. But what we see with this pistol, or with the 380, is that it's not really striking hard enough, or something. My guess is that these moon clips aren't sitting far enough back or something like that with them. I don't know if it's a tolerance issue with TK Customs, but you know, just because you can doesn't mean that you should. Let's go down range. We'll shoot a little bit more, and maybe I'll try out. He gave me several of these moon clips. I'll try a different moon clip and see if that makes a difference. Okay, so we're back at about 10 yards. So first up, we're going to shoot the 9mm. We're going to see how well we can shoot that. All right, we got the 7 rounds there. That's our 9mm. While we have it in here, we're going to shoot our 380. It's going to be a test to see how much I'm flinching as it keeps moving. All right, I do have a different ammunition. I have a different moon clip. I have some Underwood plus P 380, and we'll see how this shoots. All right, well, hey, all of that fired. So take back what Trigger Bar said. Either some combination of the previous moon clip or the different type of ammunition. Yeah, that wasn't a good combo. We're going to swap out our cylinder, and we're going to shift over to some 357 Magnum and some 38 Special. Got the 38 Special up. All right, I'm not seeing a significant deviation. Maybe some of those are a little bit higher, but yeah, I don't think I have 10 more rounds of 357 Magnum, so we will shoot what we have, and I have some critical defense, 127 grain, and we will just shoot what we have. So I think we only have 3 rounds, and we had some more 38 Special jammed in that box, so we will prepare these. Yeah, those are much more like 357 Magnum. Right and a little bit up, maybe. I don't think there's a significant point of impact, point of aim, point of impact from this. Okay, so I think that's something to consider. Okay, so what do we think about this Taurus 692? I think my testing on the 380 is a little inconclusive. It really is either that we have had a bad moon clip, or that we had a bad set of ammunition. Either way, I think that is something to make note of, and I don't know how much I would trust my life on the 380. I think this is one of those things that if you get this gun and in your fantasy you're living in some zombie apocalypse, there's hardly any ammo left, and you're traveling around the country, and lo and behold you find a box of 380 and you didn't have any ammo, and now you have ammo, and you just happen to have one of these moon clips with you, and you didn't lose it in the thousands of miles you've trekked around the country. Okay, sorry, I'm getting lost in the fantasy. Let's say, go back, and all of a sudden you now have a box of 380. Yeah, I think that you could use it. Is it going to be the most reliable? No, but it's probably better than throwing your really heavy steel pistol at someone. I'd probably rather shoot them if I had the ammo. So let me know what you guys think. Stick to the 3 main that this gun was intended for. Expand out to the 380, expand out to the 38 Super. I think they're all options. Let me know what you guys think. Nevertheless, I think this is a fun revolver. I think it's a very versatile revolver, and I sure hope you enjoy shooting as much as I do. And so get out to the range and let's get to shooting.